Introduction to fractions and mixed numbers. On this first page here, you'll see that we have some examples of circle graphs. And then we have a box graph. On A, it says what fraction of the circle is shaded blue. Now, I didn't say dark blue or light blue, but you notice there is two shades of blue here, and it said shade blue. All right, so the next thing we need to talk about is it wanted to know what fraction. So whenever we talk about the fraction, the denominator is going to be the total. And then the top will be the parts. All right, so let's talk about it. We're trying to figure out the fraction that is shaded blue. Then we need to count the whole total in this circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my denominator is 5. I have two blues, so 2/5 of the circle graph is blue. The next one said what fraction is not gray. So again, we're going to count again, and we got the total for the denominator of 5. And we notice there's only one of these that's gray, so it said not gray. That means it's 4/5. Okay. The next one says what fraction of the pizza is missing. Well, we need to figure out what's the denominator first. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on the denominator, and we're missing 2 pieces. Of course, this would not be my final answer because we can reduce this by 2. 2 times 1 gives me 2. 2 times 4 gives me 8. It reduces. So 1/4 of the pizza is missing. And then it says what fraction of the pizza remains. Well, we have a total of 8. And we notice that we're missing 2. So we have a total of 6 still here, right? Still remains. However, we're going to reduce this. We got 2 times 3 over 2 times 4. The 2's reduced. They go into themselves one time. Leaves me 3/4. 3/4 of the pizza remains. This next one said, what fraction, right? Looking at this, what number would be used as the denominator for this fraction? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would be 8 in the denominator. So let's go ahead. If you want to take a minute, pause it, read over this. Go ahead. Let's read on. This next one says, take the mixed numbers and convert them to a improper fraction. So let's do that. I'm going to do, let's do D here. Now, whenever we do this, the denominator does not change. So you're going to go ahead and write the denominator down. It does not change. Now, to find the new numerator, I'm going to take the denominator. I'm going to multiply it to this whole number. And I'm going to add it to this numerator. So now I have the denominator, which is 5, times the whole number, which is 15. So 5 times 15 is going to be 75. So I have 75 plus 2 over 5, which is 77 over 5. 77 is made up of 7 and 11. 5 is prime. And 5 doesn't go into 7 or 11. So therefore, we're done reducing here. Or there is no reducing here in this case. Sometimes you will have one that reduces. So always reduce if possible. This next one said take the improper fraction and convert it to a mixed number. So let's just take, this C. All right, now improper fraction and mixed numbers, they go back and forth. Improper fraction is when the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So we need to determine what the whole number is, because the mixed number has a whole number times the proper fraction, okay? So what don't change? The denominator. The denominator doesn't change, but we need to figure out what it multiplies to get close to that 117, which is the numerator. So I'm going to show you a easy way of figuring it out. We take the numerator, put it inside the doghouse, take the denominator on the outside. Now we want to see how many times will 135 go in, or excuse me, my apologies. We want to see how many times 35 will go into 117. Well, I know that if I take 35 and add it together, I get what? I get 70. So what if I add another 35 to it? I get 105. So this is saying 2 times 35. This one here says 3 times 35. I know if I add another 35 to this, we'll go over that 117, and that's a bust. It wouldn't work. So 3 times 35 is the highest I can go. So now I'm going to subtract. 7 minus 5 is 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. Now I know what my whole number is. My whole number is this quotient part. It's the part that we multiply together to the denominator, right? In order to get something to reduce or get close to the numerator. So my whole number is 3, and my new numerator is 12. Now, we want to reduce this fraction if we can. A 12 is made up of 2 2's and 3. 35 is made up of 5 and 7. So in this case here, it will not reduce. Okay. So that is my final answer. Next, anytime you have 0 in the numerator, your answer is 0. Anytime you have 0 in the denominator, it's undefined. And it's that way all the time. Okay? All right. The next part, let's read this. And I've done some of these videos over the application problems, so definitely go check those out. This next one says we're going to read the ruler, and I apologize, it's a little blurry. This bottom here is going to be in inches, and that's what we want to reflect it all to. In between the 0 and 1 inch is 16 notches. Between the 1 and 2, it's 16 notches. Oh, there's the 2, 16, and so on. So my denominator will always be 16 when we put it in a fraction. So let's solve this one. This first one says, what measure does the dark blue line represent? So this is the dark blue line right here. Again, the fraction would be 16 in the denominator. And if you notice right here is a whole number, and it's 1. And then we would count, and you would have to really zoom in on it to see it. It is, let me see if I can zoom in right quick. Get my mouse to do it. Oh, it's really hard to see. So I'm only going to do 1. It's going to be hard to see. So if we come here and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe it was 6 that it's supposed to be. So I apologize. So this will be the only one we're going to do. So 6/16 reduces, so let's do that. So 6 is a factor of 2 times 3, and 16 is 2 times 8. So let's reduce it by 2. And now I have 1/3/8. And that is the accurate reading. I do apologize. That is really hard to read. It might have been 4, the 4th notch on this one here. Could have been the 4th. If it was, it would have been 1 1/4/16. And if that's so, then it'd been 1 1/4, because 4 goes in itself once and goes into 16 4 times. So I believe it would have been that. I'm not with it being blurry like that. All right, but you get the idea. Thank you.